Here I am with Gary Lyons. Whoops, hang on, let's get him in the shot here. Here I am with Gary Lyons from MIL Systems with their amazing Australian-made and designed
Eclipse inverter.
Grid Connect inverter called the Eclipse. So tell us about the Eclipse, and I'll just turn around and have a look at it. The Eclipse.
Eclipse inverter was developed by MIL Systems here in Australia, designed, developed, manufactured here in Australia. The project was originally started with RMIT.
Walk around to the side, yes.
RMIT, who'd recognised the need for reactive power control. So from its birth, it had reactive power control. When we entered the project as well, we wanted to go for sleek design. It has no display, so it comes standard as Wi-Fi ready. An installer or anyone else can connect with their mobile phone, and you can connect it up to users' grid networks. It's a very cool inverter. It's got the biggest heatsink in of any inverter around.
It's a massive heatsink.
And so
massive.
It's
I don't know if you can see through the veins there, but it's about, I don't know, 70 mil deep.
It's about 86, I think.
86 mil deep. Yeah, wow.
And in 3 kilowatt to 5 kilowatt, 2 dual MPPT strings, and at a very high voltage input range. So quiet, of course, but having totally fanless. And we believe it's quite an elegant design for most. Pretty on it, even in a heritage type house, if you were constrained like in a terrace arrangement where it has to be on the front of the house or something, it's a bit better look than a bright coloured box.
Yeah, so you've built it for Australian requirements like reactive power control,
right.
Like our actual temperatures.
Like our temperatures. MIL Systems' parentage is that, as the name implies, they made military systems. They make power supplies and battery chargers for the military and have for 20 years. So.
Yep. If you can just move a little closer to it, that's it. You see had a shadow on you, so that's good. So just in terms of the specs of the unit, it's DC input power?
Well, it's 5 kilowatts.
Okay.
So, they're 22 amps a side.
Right, and so it's dual MPPT?
Fully independent dual MPPT.
Yep.
Yeah. In 750 volts.
Right.
Which is extremely high, but not allowed here now. I think 600 volts.
Unless you're on a commercial system.
Yeah, the normal limit.
And
at the time of the design, it was still anticipated. It's got a very early on feature. It can be DC powered or AC powered. It's usually supplied with a power meter, so it shows the house power consumption, and the same chart can show you your usage as well as what you're generating. So in that case, it remains powered on the AC side, and so it's got very early on at 70 sort of volts on the DC side.
Export limiting?
Export limiting,
yep.
Which comes with the power meter anywhere from 0 to 5 kilowatts. So.
And you were telling me off camera that it's capable of doing the VAR volt response mode excessively to avoid tripping out on overvoltage conditions before other inverters might.
Yes, as anticipated and said, you can have various power quality modes. So the simple power factor, the volt watt, and the volt VAR. In South Australia, we had a site, again, like we're finding more and more, that trip out with the 255 volt 10-minute averaging. We looked at the volt watt and the power factor, of course, which just robs you of your generating power. So there, we've swung in a very steep volt VAR response at about 252 volts, and that's mitigated the problem.
Wow.
On that site, and that's about moving to about 80% volt VAR at about across 7 or 8 volt window.
Yes.
Which the standard anticipates you can do.
Yes.
Allows you to do.
So once again, an inverter built for Australian conditions, including our dodgy grid voltages.
And including 55C and everything else like that.
55 degrees C
ambient. It was the first one approved here in Australia by TUV.
Yes.
So TUV bought some of their expertise from Germany, plus they bought out the test house in South Australia.
Yep.
And they set up here in Melbourne, and we worked with them. George, who was also on the group forming the new standard, and it was the first inverter tested here with TUV.
Fantastic. Well, thanks very much, Gary, and I'm looking forward to having to play with one day.
Thanks, Glenn.
Cool.